Hi, this is a demonstration of vulnerability control, the feature vulnerability detector. So I'm using the Java client here. I have vulnerability control loaded. I'm looking at all of my assets. I've got a little over 1,000. I've got the creation time column configured, and I can see that the last assets came in on 12.1, I guess. Okay, so now look at operational console. We're going to go to SCCM file import, and we're going to launch this guy. Now this is going to bring in data from SCCM. So that's going to be asset data that has information about the operating system as well as the applications that exist on that asset. I'm going to pause for a second, let this run. Okay, so now it's brought in 31 hosts, and if we go look here at our assets, we refresh, we go to the top, we can see these 31 new assets that have been imported. So if we look at my favorite server here, server Ariel, that's one of the new ones that was just imported. I look at services, I can see all of the applications that are loaded on here that SCCM knows about. So we've got some Adobe stuff up here, Flash and Reader and Zip, and some C++ and MySQL things. If I look at the vulnerability occurrences on here, there's only one vulnerability occurrence so far, and that's the vulnerability occurrence that we pulled in from SCCM, because SCCM also gives you vulnerabilities that it knows about based on the operating system patch. So now we're going to go back here to operational console, and we're going to run vulnerability detector for assets now. Launch this guy, and like before, I'll pause it and come back when it's done. Okay, now we're done. It looks like 69,000 vulnerabilities were found on the assets, and if we go back here, vulnerability control, and I've got my server Ariel. Now if we refresh, we can see that server Ariel HANA has 2,762 vulnerabilities. So these are all vulnerabilities that were assigned to that asset from Vulnerability Detector by matching up the Skybox dictionary to the services. So we can see in here a bunch of Mozilla, Firefox vulnerabilities, and I think there's some Adobe, a bunch of Adobe stuff in here as well. Right, so all of this is going to match up to services or applications that existed on that server, and we essentially just combine what we know about the asset with what we know about the vulnerability from the dictionary, and that's Vulnerability Detector. Hope this helps you.